Hello, I'm Bo. Today I'd like to take the opportunity to wish all our customers a Happy New Year, but also teach you how to create a Happy New Year communication for your customers. It is super easy and it's very fast. I'm most likely going to be able to do a newsletter for you in less than 5 minutes, and so can you. But first, why even send a newsletter? We advise you to stay top of mind for your customers, meaning getting your logo and your company in front of your customer base on a regular basis so they don't forget about you. In a few days, it's going to be New Year's, and it's a good time to send a greeting to your customers, but also give them valuable information. In this case, we're going to pretend that there's new opening hours, so we're going to integrate that in the newsletter. So all right, let's do it. I'm going to change to my other screen and show you how to create one of these newsletters. Here we go. So here we are on the AutoRemind portal, as we call it, and we are logged in a newsletter. I have picked a newsletter, in this case, which have, let's say, 2 paragraphs. It has 2 pictures, and it has 2 areas where I can type in text. I prepared a couple of pictures. I'll just drag the first one on here, which is basically my imaginary eye care company, and I've made a little 2023 Happy New Year graphics. I also made another section because, as I mentioned, we're going to talk about new opening hours. So I have another section here which talks about 2023 opening hours. Now, there's only 2 areas of text that need to be added, and we could start with Happy New Year's, which will be very appropriate in this type of message. So Happy New Year. Let's see how we go here, and like this. I prepared some text already, but you can probably imagine it's not going to take you long to write a few paragraphs. Actually, we suggest that you don't write too long of messages. We probably all know the feeling from Facebook or Instagram that if we have too long messages, then we basically get less likes. People don't have any patience these days, so it's about keeping it short and sweet. So in this case, there's just a friendly greeting and also a little suggestion. You don't have to be commercial in your messages, but in this case we're going to be a little bit commercial, also because we're going to talk about the 2023 hours, and it's going to talk about the idea about having a New Year's resolutions, which is basically to go to your eye doctor. So a little message being created right there. You have a nice graphic at the top. There's a little bit of text. If you want to kind of change color, make it bold, you can do stuff like that. You can center it. There's a number of different editing and styling tools. I have a little bit of more text here behind, which I prepared beforehand. Otherwise, this video will probably go a little bit too long. So this one is belonging down here. So we're going to have the last piece of the text down here. And this one is going to talk about opening hours. So in this case, we pretend that in 2023, this imaginary eye care office now opens on Saturdays. So we basically just mentioned it's open on Saturdays. So obviously, if it's a person who works on normal weekdays, then this will be a great opportunity to come in, and I'm going to lay out a little bit, so kind of highlight here what they need to do. So I want to highlight they just need to call to get an appointment. You could also, if you want to, insert a link to an online scheduling system that you may use. So now, pretty much in a few minutes, with a little bit of preparation before, we created a pretty nice looking newsletter that talks about a Happy New Year for your customer base, and it talks about an additional kind of information, in this case about new opening hours in 2023. So the rest is basically just sending out the message. Now, just want to highlight here in point number 3, this is a place where we can help you target your message. Now, in this database, it only has 1 patient, so it's pretty simple, but you probably have thousands of them. And many times, as you probably also know from yourself, it doesn't necessarily help to get a lot of messages from a specific company. You may want to just target it a little bit. Do you know what I'm saying? So in this particular case, you could, for example, say that, I just want to talk to some people who actually had an appointment, for example, over the last little period of time. So it could be, for example, we said that in the case of anybody who actually had an appointment in all 2022 and maybe going a little bit into 2023. So just to kind of focus the message a little bit, if somebody came and saw you 2-3 years ago, they may not be as interested, but it's all up to you. It's just an advice is to try to keep your messages targeted so you don't bombard your patients. We definitely suggest that you communicate to them on a regular basis, but also be careful not too much and also make it very relevant. That's it. All you need to do now is just to hit send and you're all done. I sure hope you got very inspired, and feel comfortable in trying to make your own newsletters. As you saw, it's very, very easy and simple to do. So I hope you want to try it. So that's pretty much it. Happy New Year's.